Hello again. Well, today you were expecting this, I think. Of course you were. Lips. Let's go for lips. Well, the first is this one is facing us. This one is facing us. You have the middle line, and then middle line like a V shape. Then you have the upper lip. Look how softly I'm keeping the pen, the charcoal. Upper lip, lower lip. Have another one there. And shadow, cast shadow underneath the lower lip, and that gives the lower lip a little bit more volume, if you wish, just by doing that cast shadow here. There you have it. And this one, sorry, teaching Spanish on the other room, so that's why so much noise. Okay, you got the top of the lip, upper lip, and then that's the middle or the volume that you got here. You got another. I'm coming back and forth with this, you see, just to making it work properly, or to make it fully, let's say, fully, well, to work towards the finishing lips, obviously, to make it, to look full, yes, full with shadows and full lip, basically. And then insisting on those lower lines, and then don't forget this, that's very important. Look, that will make the lip, that is as important as this line here, as the outline here. Then you have that, this shadow here, shadow, and shadow here, shadow here. Then you have the upper lip, a little bit darker, a little bit darker. Now, on the sides, make those two parts of the lip a little bit more fuller, like this. And going a little bit darker on the middle line, darker on the middle line here, on the sides here. Then a little bit line here, a little bit of line there. Well, there you are. You got the lips. Now, around the lips, you have the muscles. So we cannot ignore those. There you have it. And this one here. And this one there as well. There. And down here. A bit of shadow here. That will make the lip look more complete. See, highlighting now the middle line. Getting a little bit more aggressive with those lines. Look, just putting a bit more strength. Let me go a little bit closer. You might like that. A little bit closer there. Let me focus on what's going on here. So a little closer. That's it. There you have it. And as I said, a bit more aggressive with those lines. Now the best thing to do is for you. Sorry for the noise. It's the clip. It just dropped. Better get the clip in here to clip the top here. and then because it's a little bit too loose, the paper just moves around every time I touch it. And a little bit of a darker line here underneath. See, that will create a very, very nice shadow underneath here of the lip. There you are. And the middle line. That's the philtrum, I think it's called in English. Philtrum. I'm not sure, but that might be the case. Bit of shadow here. Darker line. That's the lower part of the lip. See, and this goes a little bit darker. A little bit darker here as well. There you have it. And dark on the sides. And a little bit shadow underneath here. There you have it. There you have it. So a slight change of the lines, make it a little bit darker. Or move it around here. Now that is also a bit darker here. Darker there. And darks around here. Those half tones that I'm pushing over here. These are the muscles that you got around the lip. I'll go a bit further back so you can see. You can see the whole drawing. There. And a little bit of this. And then bring those lines a bit more. More visible, and that as well. Look at this. That creates a beautiful shape here, and here as well. Bit of there, darker lines here. There you have it. Shadow here. Increase that darkness here. Make the lip. It's one of those people who's got the chin very prominent. That's why you will get this depth on the lip. Okay. All right. Now with putty. Mold it at this place or the shape you would like, and then just move it about. Move it about here, maybe there as well. That creates those very sharp edges. And here as well. Highlight. And that's the highlight of that light bouncing back on the upper lip. Okay, and then a little bit sharper here. And a bit sharper here as well. There. And sharper here, sharper edges. There you have it. And a little bit more. Look, edges here. And can you come back here and highlight those sides of the sides of the lip to make that look more bulky. and also the upper, there you have upper lip, the upper lip, a bit stronger, this also, there, a bit stronger here, there, that moves, you see that makes that movement upwards like this, that's the same here, okay, upwards movement. So the more time you spend, the better that will turn out to be on adjusting, adjusting those edges. Now, stump, I'm looking for stump, but I can't find it. Actually, what I was going to do is, if you don't have stump, you can use a brush. Stump is best, but I cannot find it at the moment. No, but you can use a brush, it's fine. See? Softly. If you have a brush, use a brush. If you don't have a brush, stump is even better. Look. See, that creates a beautiful half tone there. That creates a nice half tone coming underneath here. And also I can darken that a bit more. Darken that a bit more. Darken that a bit more. There you are. And now that's a bit darker here. It's a bit darker. Darker. Darker here. And darker here. And some highlights underneath. Some highlights underneath. And here as well. There you are. That's softly moving about. That makes a very, very sharp edges here. I think I need to make, if you got this, just keep an eye. This side of my lip is wider than this side. You see, that's a mistake. See, that's a wider lip, this side. So go back and trim it with putty. Look, see, trim the edge, the top of the edge, and then down here as well. There you are. There you are. Edge up here. Here. Okay, now again going back with my charcoal, make a few lines here. Darker lines. And this one here with edgier here, darker edges. Bit darker here as well. Then come back and move and reinstate philtrum. It's good to do that. We all have this. The philtrum. Of course, we all have lips as well. What a statement. But yes, but what I wanted to say is that do not ignore it, although it's there, it's small. And you think it's insignificant, but when you put it on, then you see that it makes a whole of a difference. Philtrum. Okay. One. Let's go to the next one. A little bit lower. A little bit lower. There we are. These two dots came from linseed oil. Okay, now another part of the lip. Sorry, the same lip, but at a different angle. 3/4. One line. That yellow will go away, don't worry. And come back here. 3/4 lip. Upper lip, lower lip. That's the shape. Well, I've got the shape. Upper lip again, edge of the upper lip, edge, which is the one that we've done earlier on, edge of the upper lip. And then middle, and then a little bit darker at the upper lip. All of it is darker. The whole upper lip is dark. And also the lower lip. It's quite dark. Not as much as the top, but it is dark. So that's the general shape of things, or how I see them. Now you have the lower part of the lower lip, which is, let me go back. Now that's the lower part, which is this part here on the top. Okay, so yes, it's important to distinguish these things. There you have it. And here as well. And you have top lip. Drag it back here. Emphasize this line a bit more. Then the filter. This part at the top. We are now at that stage at the top bit here. Then you have the middle, the filtrum again. Some shadow around the upper lip to give volume. You definitely need that. And what else? A bit more shadow around here. The side of the lip. And see how I'm moving my hand? I was going normally up to that point, I was going this way. Now you can do it this way. From left to right. Here you are. There you are. And a little bit darker here. Dark underneath the lower lip. And there. There you have it. Could go and darken that a bit more. There you are. See, you just need, most of the times you don't need a stump at all. You can just use your fingers. Darken that. But before I do the highlight, I better get rid of that yellow bit. I'll go away by doing this. Look at that. Darken this. And then I could go and darken that. There you are. Darken there. 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 And I could darken that a bit more as well, look. I think I've done it over the top. Possibly a little bit less dark up here. I'll see how that goes. Okay. Darken the shape here. Edges. And she's softly moving it here. And going slightly darker here. And also darker here as well. Darker here. Okay, let me see. Not bad. I think, yes, upper lip needs to go darker. I thought I didn't need to, but yes, it does. It's a lot darker than the lower lip. So let's go for it. And the edge here. A bit more edge here. Also a bit darker here as well. There. Could darken the whole thing here. That's the fleshy part under the lower lip. I can come back and do some highlights here. You could do the same look. One, highlight that a bit more. That'll make a nice difference there. Highlight the top of the lip here. Here. Then you have there. Then you have top here. Top of the lip. And then a little bit lower here. Lower. Highlight. A little bit of highlight. A little bit of highlight there. And slightly darker. Emphasizing this even more. That's my dog, Milo. It's always here in the studio. here. A little bit darker here as well. So you can spend plenty of time just on one lip. But that's because obviously that's our subject for this week. When you draw faces, you'll have to draw a lot less than that. You don't have to go as detailed as we're doing in here today. But then we need to get through this process of analyzing the lip, the form, the shape, shadows, the whole dynamic of it. So you need to get that bit there, and highlight here. Some shadows, and here as well. Some half tones, darker shadow on the top lip. Okay. Top lip. Top lip here. Where the filter is. Okay, now let's lose some lines because those lines are very strong here. Look what you can do. Get those lines less strongly stated. Softly, softly, softly merge into the flesh tone there. There you have it. That's the same here. Getting a little bit less dark. Slightly less dark, just soften all those edges. And also I could do the same here. Underneath. Move it this way. Because you got the form of the lip moving towards the edge here. So you got it like this, moving away this way. Okay. So far so good. A bit stronger lines, I would add a little bit stronger lines here. Especially the middle line. There you have it. There you are. Okay. Maybe that is going to be too high up. I could lower that. That side of the lip. Make it softer and highlight it here, down here. There. There you have it. Bit of highlight here. There you are. And down here. And then a little bit of highlight here. Again here. There. Make the lip a little bit more fleshy, more voluminous, just by adding those two highlights with a putty. The whole dynamic changes. There you are. And this part. think here, a bit more edge here, a bit of highlight here. Good. Good. And highlighting this one here as well. A bit more. Down here a bit more. Soft lines, very soft. But for that you need to look how thin the edge. See the profile of that? Very thin. Now that works now like a white pen. See, makes extremely thin lines. There you are. Very, very thin lines. Look at that. Very, very thin lines. Again, as I said, it works like a white pen. And down here, a bit sharper down here. There. A bit sharper with those edges. Well, it makes it more interesting. That's what it does. Okay, now let's highlight the V shape here. There, V shape, up. Then maybe downwards, like that. Okay, now I will sharpen the charcoal. Sharpen the charcoal here. A bit more. Again, if you don't have a charcoal, pencil is fine. We said that. Pencil is absolutely fine. There you go. And with that edge, now I can go and intervene onto the drawing. Stronger here. There. Bit stronger lines here. And then there. The other side. Darker. Here. That makes it a lot stronger. Highlighting those lines, you see. It creates beautiful dark lip there. Again, very interesting. It's lots of volume creates. Work with those edges, and then softly I can spread those. Look at that. This is the cast shadow, as we've done on the sphere. You remember the sphere? The cast shadow of the sphere onto the cube. These are the cast shadows of the upper lip onto the lower lip. Look at that. Look at that. There you are. Oh, I lost that very strong line, so bring it back. See? Bring it back, the very, very edgy line. There you are. That's it. I think I'm done with this. A bit darker. There you are. Very good. And I'm saying very good to myself. I know it's a bit silly, but it's getting there. Okay. Highlight the upper lip again. Re-emphasize philtrum. Restick the philtrum there, and then we're done. Okay then. I'll see you the week after. That's it, both lips. Okay, I'll take a picture and I'll show it to you next time. I'll send it to you. See you soon. Bye.